Hello students. In this video, we will be solving some of the MCQs related to solid state. Let us see the first one. Molecular solids are. Now students, you know that solids, they are classified in two types. That is amorphous and crystalline. Now amorphous as such are not further classified. You have studied glass as an example under this amorphous. But under crystalline, we are again classifying this as ionic, covalent, metallic, molecular. You know that molecular is further classified as polar molecular, non-polar molecular and hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Now if you see the options here, molecular solids are, so molecular solids, its classification is not given. So here the direct answer comes out to crystalline solids. So molecular solids is a type of crystalline solid. So your answer here is first option. Which of the following is a N-type semiconductors? Students, you know what are semiconductors. Semiconductors are those whose conductivity lies between a conductor and an insulator. Now, usually semiconductors, they are of group 14, where the conductivity, if I want to increase its conductivity, I add some of the impurities which are either electron rich or electron deficient. You call that as doping. Now this doping is either done by using electron rich or electron deficient impurities. Now as I said, semiconductors, they are of group 14. Which elements I am talking about is silicon, germanium, tin, lead. So those are the 14 group elements whose conductivity can be increased by doping electron deficient, means 13 group impurities, or electron rich, means 15th group impurities. Now 13 group impurities like boron, aluminium, gallium, indium or thallium, or electron rich like you have phosphorus, arsenic, antimony or bismuth. Now when it is electron rich, you call it as N-type semiconductor. When it is electron deficient, you call it P-type semiconductors. Now here they are asking you as N-type semiconductor. N means electron rich. So when silicon is doped with any one of these element will be an example here. So if you see silicon doped with arsenic is an example of N-type of semiconductor. So here your answer is second option. In Frenkel defect, now what actually is Frenkel defect? First thing is Frenkel defect is only seen in ionic crystals. In ionic crystals, electrical neutrality is always maintained. Now what actually happens in Frenkel defect, student? In Frenkel defects, you know there are cations and anions. They are placed in this manner. Now what actually happens here, one of the small size cation, it leaves its original lattice site and it tries to occupy the interstitial spaces within the crystal lattice. When it is within the crystal lattice, there is no change in density. There is no change in the electrical neutrality. So what is actually the points which are given here? Let us go through it. In Frenkel defect, electrical neutrality of the substance is changed. It is not changed. It is maintained here. Density of the substance is changed. As I said, nothing is leaving the lattice point. So density will always remain same. Both cations and anions are missing. Here nothing is missing. It is just getting dislocated from its position. Overall electrical neutrality is preserved. So this is what is correct option. It is preserved. Initially also it was electrically neutral. Now also it is electrically neutral. So it is preserved. Come to the next one. In crystal lattice formed by BCC unit cell, students, you know there are three types of the unit cell. What you have? So the first is the simple, cubic. Next is the body centered and face centered. So let us see the packing efficiency simultaneously. Packing efficiency and void percent. So if you see here for simple cubic it is 52.4, for body it is 68.04 and for FCC it is 74. 100 minus this value will give you the void percent. So this is 32. Sorry, it will be 47.6. This will be 32 and this is 26. They are asking you about the BCC. So for BCC, the void volume will be, BCC void volume will be 32. So answer here is third option. See the next one, the coordination number of atoms in BCC crystal lattice. What is a BCC structure, student? If you see the structure here, this is the unit cell, and if you see in BCC, there are atoms at the corner and there is an atom at the, so I'm drawing the corner atoms here. And there is one atom at the center. Let us call this as one of the atom. If you see the coordination number, what is coordination number? The number of atoms which are attached to it. So if you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 here. That is 8. So what is the coordination number here is 8. So that is the fourth option in BCC crystal lattice. Let us see the next one. Which of the following is not correct? Now you want a wrong statement from the below given. If I go through the options, I can see something about the tetrahedral and the octahedral voids. Now first understand what is a tetrahedral void and octahedral void. Students, when an atom comes in contact with the three other atoms, how to draw this, student? This is the first one, the second one and the third one. Then this is the space, what you call it as tetrahedral. Now what is the octahedral space? When there are three atoms which are aligned in this way and they are in contact with the other three atoms above. So this is what void is, the octahedral void. Students, it's very, very important to note, if you see this for tetrahedral, this alphabet is T and for octahedral, this alphabet is O. Why I'm stressing this? If there are n atoms in any given unit cell, then for tetrahedral voids, it will become T is for 2. So it will become 2 times. For octahedral, it is O means 1. So it remains N. Similarly, if I say the number of atoms are n by 2, then how much will be here for tetrahedral? It will be into 2 means n. And this will be into 1 means this will be n by 2. Always remember for tetrahedral it will be T means 2 times the number of atoms taken, and for octahedral it will be 1. So this T is for 2 and this O is for 1. Let us go through the options now. 4 spheres are involved in the formation of tetrahedral void. Yes, this is the one which I have shown, and 3 above. So there are 4 atoms which are spheres which are involved in the formation of a tetrahedral void. The centers of spheres in octahedral voids are at the apices of a regular tetrahedron. If you see this, this is something like a tetrahedron only, and on the apex or at the top there are the other atoms. So this statement is also correct. Let us see the next one. If the number of atom n, the number of octahedral voids, octahedral means 1. So number of atoms and octahedral voids, they should be same. It should not be 2n, it should be n here. So this is a wrong statement. If the number of atom is n by 2, then the number of tetrahedral means 2. So n by 2 into 2, the void will be n. So this is also a correct option. So what is a wrong statement here is a third option. A compound forms HCP structure. HCP means, students, CCP structure. Number of octahedral and tetrahedral. What is octahedral is 1. What is tetrahedral is 2n. Voids in 0.5 mole of the substance. Now, whenever you solve this type of problems, must go through the options. If you see the options, they are related to Avogadro number. So let us use Avogadro number. 1 mole of the substance must have Avogadro number of voids. Therefore, for 0.5 moles, it will be how much? If you see this, the number of moles has become half. So this will also become half. So it will be 3 into 10 raised to 23 voids. So this, if I call it as n, what will be for octahedral? For octahedral, it will be same. So that is 3 into 10 raised to 23 voids. And for tetrahedral, what is tetra means 2 times. So it will become 6 into 10 raised to 23 voids. So your answer will be 3 and 6. So your answer is first option. Come to the next one. Lead has FCC structure. with edge length. Now what is edge length, student? Edge length is A. This is given in picometer. Your options are also in picometer, so you need not change the unit. Otherwise, most of the time we convert this to meter or centimeter, nanometer. So here it is comfortable because the units, they are same. They are asking you the radius. Now the structure here is FCC. You know, students, for FCC, what is the formula? So for FCC, they are asking you about the radius. So radius is equal to A by 2 root 2. So let us substitute this. What is A? A is 495 divided by 2 into, what is root 2 is 1.41. So it is 495 divided by 2.82. Let us take this nearly as 3 and do the calculation. 495 divided by 3. So you get 165, nearly this. But student, if you see this, this is more than what I have taken. So your answer will be slightly more than this. And therefore your answer is fourth option, that is 175. I hope you have understood those MCQs. So do like this video. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And please subscribe to my channel to get more such videos. Thank you, students.